Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got a battle between one of my favorites and its 12-year-old brother. Wild Turkey 101, I am not sure how old the normal Wild Turkey is. Maybe 6, maybe 8. I should have taken time to read the back of the bottle. I did do a blind, and I felt like a fool because the glass turkey beat out the Wild Turkey paper label. I am a paper label boy, and I always say this, shout out to my paper label boys. Where are my paper label boys at? It beat it in the blind, but when I drink it alone, I swear to me, it just comes off better. This is Wild Turkey 101 12 year. I've never had it. Shout out to Dave Vogelsang, man. He was just generous enough to, bless me with the sample. So I figured this would be a nice way to see if hunting down the 12 year is really worth it, or if you can get the better bang for your buck by just going and getting yourself a Wild Turkey and make sure it's the paper label. I can still find these. I'm pretty sure you guys can too, because I still see them in some of the other people's hunt videos. Now, if you don't know, the first time I did a Wild Turkey Challenge video, I had a couple spills. So, I'm just trying to take it a little slower this time. That way none of them come off the table. Now, once they stop, I'll get them put on the table and we'll get them side by side and we'll see how they fare. So let's get this down here. Now, color-wise, 101 12 year and 101 regular. I don't know, man. The one on the right looks a little darker. Yeah, the one on the right looks a little darker. Looking at colors, I don't know. Yeah, the one in my right hand looks a little darker. That could be the 12 year. It could have sat in the barrel a lot longer and picked up some more of that char and more color. Nice oakiness. 40B 101 is coming in hot on the nose, like super ethanol heavy. A little bit of vanilla. This one comes in a little more calmer than Glass 1. The ethanol doesn't punch me as much as Glass 1 does. Yeah, but I'm not getting pretty much anything but oak. Maybe a very, very, very light hint of a cherry, some vanilla, and that is it. Let's go into the palate. Wow. That stings the nose like it's high proof too. Wild Turkey is known for being spicy. That stings the nose like it's high proof. It almost has that, that fingernail polish remover note, acetone note, a little bit of char. The finish is, well, I just got finished shooting another video, so that might be why the finish seems like it's going so fast, but I'm picking up a little char. The finish is not gone already. It's still there. I'm picking up more spice on the back of the palate and into the throat. And that's pretty much it. Let's go on to glass number 2. Glass number 2 is good. Glass number 2 seems to have more of that Wild Turkey that I'm used to. So this might be the normal Wild Turkey. I am picking up like that clove note, and I didn't really pick that up in Glass 1. Glass 1 came off to me with a little more of that, like I said, acetone, fingernail polish remover note. Glass 2 has more of that cinnamon clove that I'm used to in Wild Turkey. Let's go back into Glass 1's nose and palate. Still smells old, still smells dusty. Still stings the nostril. Oh my gosh, the deeper I got into that glass, man, it just punched me in the nose. That vanilla's nice. I don't get much of the cherry anymore. I was getting a light cherry in the beginning, but no. Just now it's just oak and vanilla, like a dusty oak and vanilla, and that's it. Back into the palate. Glass 2, now I'm starting to pick up a little more honey. I don't pick up any clove like I am in Glass 2. Glass 1 is a little more honey. It seems a little more well-rounded. It seems a little more balanced than Glass 2. All right, the mouthfeel has stayed in that like medium range. The spice that was in the throat calmed down a little more. More char on the back. I'm getting more honey out of Glass 1 now. Let's go into Glass 2, nose and palate. Didn't really pick up anything special on the nose. And the palate is actually lacking a little bit now coming off of Glass 1. That cinnamon and that clove is still there, but it seems like it's lightened up a little bit. Let me give it one more shot, because it seems like it's gotten thinner too. Yeah, Glass 2 seems like it's gotten thinner. It's got more black pepper. It's got more char. A lot of those sweet notes, they really weren't up front. They're on the mid. And then it's a little bit of spice and then black pepper. And that's pretty much it. So I am ready to say which one I think is the best. And you probably know from what I just said which one I think is not the best. I'm not going to say the worst, but not the best. So Glass number 1, I think edged out Glass number 2. Glass number 2 in the end just came in a little thin. Glass number 1 came in a little more medium on the palate, came in a little more well-rounded. Some of that honey, a little more complexity. Glass number 2 just started to fall short. So Glass number 1 is Wild Turkey 12 year. I wrote a 12 on the bottom so that I know which one is which, and of course 101, so 101 on the bottom so you can see that. So Dave, thank you very much, man. What I'm going to tell you is I don't know how much they're going for on secondary. 12 years makes a difference. Glass number 1 is a completely different animal than Glass number 2. A Wild Turkey 12 year beats this out all day. I don't think there's a comparison. It's that much better. And that's all I really can say. So if you find one that is on secondary and it's a decent price for whatever a decent price is to you, I say buy it. You're not going to get it for $23.99 like I can get this Wild Turkey right here for. So with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a dry. Till next time.